Good evening, folks. What I've got here is a multi-band radio that I got from a friend of mine many years ago. As a matter of fact, it was probably about 1990 when I got this from a buddy of mine who's no longer with us. He passed on about 10 years ago. It's a realistic DX-440. Now, one of my viewers has a video on his DX-440. Lockmaster, I think, is his name, but please don't quote me on the pronunciation of his name because I probably pronounced it wrong. But anyways, it kind of inspired me to show you the radio that I've got. Now, I have not used this in many years, and the batteries have been taken out, of course. And the only batteries I forgot about is the two AA's that are in the back here. And they are for the clock, and I had left them in, and they were stone dead, but they did not leak. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put batteries in this now. So I got to go and get some. See, it takes. Look and see how many batteries it takes here. I know it takes two AA's. I'm not sure if it takes 4 or 6 D cells. I'm not positive. Okay, well, I do have a pack, but I'm not going to leave these in. But I am going to put them in and try them. Now, the first thing I want to do, get my reading glasses. And get a flashlight. Okay, these here, you want to put the batteries, of course, on top of these little straps so that you can remove them when you have to change them. Okay, the first thing I want to do is to put in the two AA's. Okay. They're alkaline. Now, put this light down. I can't do everything. Okay. You can't see black on black. It's very hard for me to see it. But I can hold the light and do this too. That's what happens with these Harbor Freight lights or any of these lights. After a while, you got to tap them. They always lose connection. Always. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's in correctly. Yeah, they went down all the way. Now, what the batteries, the AA's do is for the clock and the computer backup. I guess to hold the memory. I used to use this radio a lot, and I used to like to listen to the 80 meter band when I had about 125 feet of long wire outside when we had our old mobile home. I had this in the kitchen on a custom-made shelf that I made. Okay, energizers. Alright, let's see which way that goes. Alright, spring, so the negative goes down here. It does take 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and a positive up this way. There's 4, 5, and number 6. Okay, don't ever get bad eyesight. I have more trouble with these battery covers going on. Well, we'll leave it off. Hopefully the batteries don't fall out. Okay, it's been a long time since I used this. What I don't like about this radio is the chuffing, the chunking, or whatever you call it. There's supposed to be a mod for this, but it's only on the DX-390, and it's a different radio altogether. They're lifting one diode, but I won't even attempt that because it's way, way too small for me to work with. So I live with the chunking. Alright, we'll put this up. Let's see. Alright, we're not going to bother setting the clock. Of course, all you're going to hear is noise because we got the computers on. 30, 8, 8, 0. So that's chuffing or chunking or whatever you call it. Long wave. No, not long wave. Short wave. 30, 38, 8, 0. Execute. There we go. Jumps all over the place. This was a problem I had to fix once. 3885. I won't get anything now because of the computers are on. 3890. When I had the trouble about 10 years ago, I brought it to a guy that can work on the small stuff. And this thing would run away on you. You know, you just turn it a little bit and it'd go all over the place. So you had to punch everything in manually here. You couldn't tune it. It seems to be okay now. Because he did fix it, but the last time I used it, I thought it was starting to do the runaway thing again. But there's too much interference here. That's basically why I don't use the radio, because you can't listen to shortwave on it. It's all the computer, all your wall warts and everything, that make all kinds of interference. Regular AM. You can't see that. It's got a light on there. Let's see. Light. There it is. I got to hold the light on. I don't even know if I'm in camera or not. Well, let's go to 120 meter band. Really not very active. Because I ain't got the antenna all the way up, but I got it up. Pretty useless here with this computer age. You can't get shortwave anymore. Too much interference. This medium wave, that would be AM. Regular AM.
Answers your questions about your health every Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. on WOR. Now, how do I exercise and do to turn it forward?
Overwhelmed with that, but that is absolutely spot on. So we're going to get this refund. We're not going to be victims. And then how do we want to maximize that refund when we get it? And we want to put it to good use. Save and pay down debt. Yep.
Got a lock on here to lock the frequency in. Then the BFO for listening to sideband.
Identity theft, obviously getting our taxes done on time and correctly checked.
Let's go to FM here.
But Al Gore's nonverbals.
Anywhere your powerful wealth building tool is.
And we'll pick up right here at Psalm 100 on tomorrow's broadcast of Chapter and Verse.
Well, anyways, can't do much with it. I have to actually take it at a nice day and bring it outside where it's away from all these interference with the computers and the wall warts and everything. Even my DVR, security DVR, wall wart interferes with it and everything else. So you can't expect to get anything, but it's not bad. I found that when I was using this to punch in the frequencies that I want, and I used to, like I say, listen to the 80 meter band, but I can't even use this radio over here. This is my Sanyo. I showed you this on a very old video. Because there's too much interference, this picks up the 80 meter band too. But you're not going to get anything. Well, all noise. And that has just an antenna inside. Because with the security system, that alone makes a lot of noise. And then, of course, the computer. So if I shut all this stuff off and unplug it, I may get it. I do hear some of the guys on here once in a while on the 80 meter band, 3885. Not too often, but only after I shut the computer off. Of course, I need to set the clock. That would help. But I'm going to take the batteries out because I really don't use this that much, but I like the radio. I don't want to get rid of it. But with all this computer stuff nowadays and everything else, trying to listen to AM or trying to listen to shortwave is gone, what little there is left. So I'm going to remove the batteries and see if I can get this cover on. I'm going to do it off camera because it's too hard for me to get this thing lined up here. Anyways, there's a little piece of the plastic right down here, broke off the back of the thing, and I wasn't forcing it. I just didn't have it lined up right. You know, I need a lot of light to work by, and I can't hold more than two things because I only got two hands, so I had to hold the flashlight and trying to line it up. I find I break more things trying to put battery covers on and stuff because I can't see. Black on black, you know, they just can't, it doesn't show up, and no contrast. Well, I got it on. Now how well it'll stay on. But anyways, I'll put it back. I did want to show you my radio, the DX-440, which It was a very good shortwave set, and put a long wire antenna on it. It really did good, but back when I was using it a lot, which, like I say, I got this in 1990 from a buddy of mine, and back then I didn't have a computer. I had what they call a dumb terminal, an IBM dumb terminal, before I got the Model 50Z computer, you know, the PS2. So there wasn't any interference, you know. You didn't have compact fluorescent lights back then, so you didn't have that generating noise. You didn't have all these wall warts, other than the telephone answer machine wall warts, and those were the little transformer ones. They weren't like switching power supplies, so they generate nothing but noise. You didn't have computers. Now we got computers all over the house, and you know, so trying to listen to something like this, you just can't do it. All right, I've chatted enough.